What's up, everyone? Happy Wednesday. This is FREESTYLE here with another edition of the Feed with Fee. So glad you guys are able to make it. Pardon, of course, the time. I know the time is different. It's more in the evening time, but we are definitely making sure we're going back into a transition to get more interviews. And I definitely am excited to bring more people back onto the show to give you guys the latest things that is happening here in the indie community. But of course, all the latest things here happening with FSK. I'm so excited to bring on our guests, but I'm also going to tell you about a couple of the updates that we have going on. We do have Hot Shot that's going to be coming out, volume trade number 12, not volume trade, issue number 12 that's going to be coming out. And that's going to be in a Kickstarter. It's coming out starting at the top of the year. So we're so excited and happy to bring that to you guys. But we have a lot more updates that we're going to have that I'll be able to disclose to you guys later and that we'll launch at another time. But there is a lot of great things. Also, for Chat and Draw, that will not be happening tonight. However, we will have updates for you in the future where it comes to things like that in the proper schedule. As well as that, I might as well get into our special guest that we have for today. You may know him as the Chat 'em Up Champ, also know him as the Clapback Kid, Tony Clapper. Here we are. I'm going to bring him on right now, and we're going to talk about a couple of things that's going on in his world. So bring up, and without further ado, Tony the
What
Clapper.
up? What up? What up? What
How
up?
are you?
What up? Is my sis Fee doing her
I
thing
know it's
on
been
here?
a minute. It's been a long time. I can't remember the last time you were here on the show. You've been doing
Been
all
a
right.
while. I've been all right. I've been all
It's not
right.
like I don't see, like a couple of times. I feel like I recently, I saw you at GalaxyCon Columbus, and so that was
I
great.
mean, and you see me every Friday on our podcast.
I mean, yeah, we gotta make it seem like it's been a while. We just kind of,
Oh, okay. We met.
gotta
We
kind of.
we playing. Okay. It's been so
Well, I mean,
long, girl, since
not
I
necessarily. This is
seen
in a
you.
different light too, because I know on 5 Star Fridays, I feel like we're a little bit more kind of like bumping heads at each other when it comes to topics. I feel like now I kind of get to just sit down and like kind of kick my feet up and be like, hey, so what's kind of going on with you? I
Okay.
don't feel like I get that much of time to talk about those type of things with you. So that is a little different.
You're
So
always trying to argue with me on the other show.
I know it's so crazy. Like the vibe is already immediately so different. So it's like this is another side. So let's not get into that.
we
But
ain't. We ain't getting into that.
I said, I know we're not even gonna touch it. We're gonna leave it alone. But you are bringing in the new year with a lot of cool things, and you're just being a trailblazer. You're blazing a path, and I'm really excited for what you all have going on for yourself. What are some of the things you could say wrapping up this year that you're the most proud of when it comes to accomplishments that you've done as a writer?
Well, this year, I mean, it's crazy because I was reflecting on 2023, and it's kind of just been a chill year for me, man. It's kind of been like I- I'm 2022. I released 5 Star 2. This year was the first year we was able to to get it out there. So this year I've just been kind of coasting on everything that I've done that I did in 2022, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like this year has just kind of been it's been a successful year, but it's been a comfortable year
yeah.
to where I haven't really made any moves or anything. Besides,
Mhm.
like I had a big book signing that was cool.
That's
Uh,
right. Yeah.
Hitting up the cons, heavy on the con scene, but always with freestyle comics. So this year it was like a transitional year. It was like,
Hmm.
okay, we put out the book, let's get the book in people's hands, and let's hit the cons, and that's what 2023 was about. But 2024, it's about making them moves again, and seeing what we can make pop.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, sometimes you have those where it's kind of like you were just kind of like dipping your toe in the water. You have those comfortable, you have those safe moments. So when you can really like broaden and stretch out your wings, you
Yeah.
know exactly where to do it so it can be well received. So, I mean, I understand the cautiousness. I understand for that. When it comes to a lot of things, how many shows did you actually end up going to this year?
Mm, let's see. I don't know. I'm not actually 100% sure.
I know you went to Anime Ohio back up in
I went to
September.
both. I went to both the anime cons.
Mm-hmm.
I did Cincinnati Expo.
Yep.
I did
That's three.
Galaxy Con.
Yep. Four.
I did Cleveland Expo. I believe we
That's
did that at the
five.
beginning of the year.
Yep.
I went to Atlanta
That's right. That's six.
Ranger Pop and
Ranger
Stop.
stop. Yeah.
There was another one in Columbus, I believe.
Oh, you did. Was that animated?
Yeah, but was there another one in Columbus at the
There was
beginning?
Crossroads Columbus. Did you do animate?
I did the
Or
anime one for
okay,
sure.
so that's seven.
I want to say that might be it, and then a couple book signings in there. So I think that's what I was working with this year.
Okay.
But again, what's Ryan popping in on my interview? Look at
What
this
in the world
guy.
is happening? The feed would feed, and all of a sudden, hold on, the originator is coming in. Let's see what he has to. Hello.
Is the fee feeding?
The
She
feed,
feeding.
the feed is feeding.
Hey man,
I got a
this
couple
is my
plates to
interview,
give.
man. Don't be hopping in
Tony,
trying to take over my spot.
Tony, no. I came to say I love you, brother. And I'm looking to 2024, brother. Because it's live for you, brother. It's live.
I'm trying.
You're
Hey,
doing. Don't say trying.
shout out to my guy Ryan who lit that fire. We both lit a
Yeah,
fire under each other this year. We said 2024 is our year.
The
that's it.
movement. We trailing
So
blazing. We
That's it.
trailblazing. Oh,
that's
yeah.
it.
We've been talking. But I love you. Love,
You know,
feed the feed, feed the feed. Get back to your interview. I just came to say hi.
I
we love you. We
appreciate
love you
you.
too.
Thank you. You're the best.
The originator.
It's fading out. Look at that.
There we
Wow.
go.
Just giving the love. So I mean, it's
Hey, for real.
JD.
For real.
JD.
Jane. It's because man, he be trying to run them videos behind his he be
I
acting
don't
like he
know
got
what
a
he be
house
doing with
somewhere.
it to be looking like that, but honestly, JD, you didn't have to. You didn't have to
You
come
had to
for the
kill him.
originator
You had to
like that.
kill him. Because he be trying to have them backgrounds, man.
I think the backgrounds is what do it. And then, so, I
Yeah.
mean, with that, as you can see, the love and everything that we have for you is immeasurable. We certainly are here rooting you on. You went to 7 shows this year, which is pretty great.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to a prospect for the next year, 2024, are you looking to up that? Are you trying to go to more than 7? Are you kind of having a plan? Like, give me just like a ballpark number of how many shows you're really trying to go to next year.
Well, as Tony Clapper, I've already confirmed 5 shows for myself.
All right.
And that's not including what I'm doing with FSK. So these are different shows. I'm trying to really, for one, of course, I want to rep the Freestyle Comics brand anytime I can. But in order to make Freestyle Comics go harder, all of us need to work on our individual brands because our individual brands are just going to make, Freestyle Comics that much greater.
Absolutely.
So,
I agree.
Let's see. If I do the 5, I want to do the Expo, both anime shows, FSCon. I mean, we're looking at probably at least 10.
Okay. No, that's solid. I mean, that's a little bit less than 1 show a month, and of course, considering dates and when things are happening or not, that's pretty good. And especially considering that if you're branching out and you're trying to go to some of these shows on your own as a writer, this is definitely a great transformative year for you to really kind of branch out in that way. And of course, considering the space, since it's so unique, it's like you really can just kind of pave the way for yourself. Are you like, when you say you're going to these different shows, are you also going to be like working on trying to do different panels or trying to do certain collaborations to make sure that you can reach out to as many people as possible to see if you can do more book signings at comic book stores, as well as trying to do any other type of collaborations with some other artists to kind of get, your word and your brand out there?
I mean, yeah, I'm open to any collabs, any panels that I can be a part of. I think that's another thing too, is just getting in there and building that connection, um, and not riding the coattails of a Michael Watson. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he has that rep, and he's able to go to panels, and he can get on panels and I can get on panels usually because of him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not hating on that. I love the fact that, one, he creates those opportunities for us, and
Yeah.
two, we're able to do that. But now it's like, okay, I want to do that for myself. I want to get to a point to where there's like, okay, just like they know him in Columbus, I'm probably, I'm in Cincinnati. I'm more in the southern region.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be known here.
Right.
So, Mike kind of told me, said, I need you to take over Cincinnati.
No, but that's
So,
definitely the attitude. I mean, if your hero 5-star is a Cincinnati based and born hero,
yeah,
with the colors and everything, there's people who need to know about 5-star.
right.
These are things that, kids like at schools need to know about. They need to know about 5-star, I mean, you could even have certain community organizations making sure that they know about 5-star.
Right.
This is definitely a great opportunity, that I can say, that for you is definitely going to be great for you to kind of put your name out there in the city, and definitely to grow in that way. Any opportunities to kind of grow with the community and have 5-star there along the way, where that's is your brand, to just continue to get it out there. I'm really excited for that. And I think another question that usually I would have, because as that point that you said, how everyone is kind of experiencing everything through Michael and of course Mr. Most Epic Watson, of course. But I feel like it all worked out in a time for us to see how things could be done. And then just finding your own way in that way, how it kind of fits to expanding on that when it comes to finding ways that how you kind of want to find your community and how you can build that. Because in a way, how we build our brands, it does bring everybody back. So I guess this next question is there a certain strategy? Do you have a social media strategy where you're like, I'm going to be mainly on like one of these main platforms? So if people want to like know what I'm about, know what I'm doing and everything like this is the platform I'm going to be mainly focusing on. I'm going to be building this community here. So if they do have it and you find me back here at, Agents of Geekdom or with FREESTYLE Komics, do you have a plan or something like that?
I mean, definitely. So to kind of bring back what I was talking about earlier in the show, my online presence was way heavier 2021, 2022.
Yeah.
And that's kind of just coming back to like, it was a real kind of chill year, 2023.
Yeah.
I wasn't making the content I was making before. I was just kind of coasting by because I guess I knew I could, right?
Mm-hmm.
So definitely just upping and getting the social media back to a place that it was before and even more. Still focusing on like Facebook, Instagram. I'm really trying to get on the TikTok scene, mainly for I can have the book sell on the shop. We have the TikTok shop. So social media, that's where I'm at. You mentioned community. I'm already teaching a class on Thursdays. But the plan in 2024 is to get into all the schools. Middletown has 6, and I did say Middletown has 6 different elementary schools.
Felt a little shade in that reiteration there, sir.
That's okay. 6 different elementary schools, and I'd like to be involved with all those. Okay. So that's the plan there, is to get into the schools and start doing more stuff there.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, definitely great with communities that you're doing.
Yo.
It's like he said it without me even having to say it. That's very funny.
He knows. He about to get choked out.
Oh my goodness. And So you said that you're gonna have that. You're still gonna be slowly building like your online community while you're also
Yeah.
gonna be in the community as well. What other things could you look forward to, and what advice would you give to those who may not have necessarily the same community and kind of backing that we have when it comes to this indie community space that we've happened to be part of, where it does have various depths of various talents and experiences where we can just go to as friends and be like, hey, how do you do this? What advice do you have to someone who kind of is like a lone wolf?
I mean, for years I was a lone wolf.
Mm-hmm.
So I think sometimes people forget that I put out 3 books of 5-star on my own before joining Freestyle
Mm-hmm.
Comics. And it was tough. It was definitely a tough road, but it can be done.
Absolutely.
And the decision to sign with FSK and to redo issue 1 and 2 just because I wanted a better product was my own. They didn't Mike wasn't like, yo, you got to redo those issues. I wanted to do it because I wanted that issue 1 to be the most quality it could be at cons. But just going in, man, you just got to start.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the main thing is you just got to start. You got to go in and just learn as you go, and don't be afraid to talk to people. Fee's really good at this at cons. Fee will talk to any and everybody. I don't care if from the common, I don't know why I'm even here fan, all the way to the top celebrity at the con. Fee's gonna speak to him. So, and that's not a bad thing. That's a great thing. Fee's always she's feeding the Fee, but Fee's at the cons getting fed usually, and just taking it all in, and that's important. Don't be afraid to learn from people. Don't be afraid to reach out, ask for help. Don't be afraid to say, man, I don't got this figured out, so let me ask this person, and don't necessarily jump into a team right away.
Mm-hmm.
Fill it out, see what's. I'm lucky. And I'm sure Fee can say the same thing, to be under the Freestyle umbrella and have someone like Michael Watson, have somebody like Danny Cooper, have somebody like Victor that we can talk to, who's been doing this con thing for a long time.
Yeah. Not to put y'all out there like that, but y'all distinguished, established.
No, I meant they old, you know what I mean? And they've been doing
I know. No, I mean, I say that just in case. Like, so if y'all watching this, don't be saying that we did y'all like
you
that.
Watching, you know what I meant.
Yeah, FSK for sure. Because to that point, it is good to ask questions. And it's so funny because even like with like Mike and with Victor and stuff, where it's like anytime that they are moving, if I can help it, I'm chasing them down because I just want to see what's going on,
Right.
Alexander Hamilton, the Hamilton place says it best. I want to be in the room where it happens. And that was a thing I said starting out for 2022, where it was like, I want to be in the room where it happens. Yeah. This year was more dedicated to, I'm already in the room. Now it's, what am I doing in that room?
Nice.
And so it's kind of like having themes, how people have New Year's resolutions. Like, sure, I have a couple, I'll be honest. Yeah. But with that, there's definitely themes to kind of carry and set the stage for what you do and what type of action you're doing for the new year. So, I mean, with that being said, those are kind of like my themes. But what is the theme that you are kind of saying? What does the 5-star version of yourself look like in 2024?
Just getting after it and everything. Health, spiritual, mental, physical health.
Yeah.
It's time to, like I said, 2023 I was chilling.
Yeah.
I was watching TV. I was relaxing.
Feet kicked back.
Minimum work. I was riding off the what I did in 2022.
Yeah.
But now it's like, all right, bro, you got to get up and you got to get back to it. So that's the main thing, is just keep grinding, be hungry. I'm trying to do everything and anything I can 2024 and so on. So I got some exciting things, some things I can't speak on. Some things,
right. No pressure. I ain't gonna press you.
After next week, we'll know a little more about it. But I am launching my clothing line here soon. I'm excited about that. It's called Indie Flock Apparel. The flock symbolizes the tribe mentality of the indie comics and what we were talking about.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Everybody is it's just such a tribe vibe with indie comics. People know each other. They're supporting each other. They're locked in with each other. Of course, there's some areas that ain't so close to one another, but
yeah, that's
for the
true.
most part, everybody's clicked in, man. And
Yeah,
everybody just wants to see everybody succeed, and that's where the flock comes to. And I picked the crow. People are like, "Why you pick a crow?" They're known for being the most creative bird, man.
yeah. I was like, that's not a bad bird. I mean, there's other silly things. There's
Yeah.
other sayings for birds that's not good, like a silly goose or a crazy
Yeah.
loon.
So
So Raven
crows
is
are
all right.
known. They're known for being creative and
Yeah,
using tools and actually creating tools. So if you look at a creator, like we're talking about being creative and being creators, that's why I went with the crow. So we're getting some designs in. Hopefully, in the next few months, we'll get the first items up. We'll go from there.
nice.
Looking forward to that. 5-star 3 and 4 coming out this year. So
Awesome.
just grinding, just eating, just trying to keep things going.
The 5-star version of yourself is feeding. That's all right, and that's what you got to do. You got to do
Sometimes,
that.
hey, we talk about it on the show, 5-star Fridays. It's about being the best version of you.
Yeah,
Being consistent, never quitting, never giving up on yourself. And that's what you got to do, man. You got to change the narrative.
that's right.
Because nobody's going to change it for you.
That's right.
I can be the fat guy that just sits on his couch all the time and does minimum effort, or I can get my ass up, get to it, and make things happen. So that's where I'm at.
That's all right. Look, you're already making the moves. 5-star being an amazing character and carrying on the story so others can hear about it and everything is already phenomenal in itself. And then also just congratulations to you on the launching of this line. If you need anybody to rep it, remember, bro, I got
You already know.
You can hit me
I
up.
got you. I'm gonna
I'll
get
rock
you
the
some
apparel
stuff.
for you.
I'm
So
gonna get you some stuff for sure.
I'm still waiting for my medium shirt for the show. I'm just kidding.
I told you where to get it from. You know where to order it from. That's so crazy.
I'm just teasing. I gotta get you. Gotta get a nice little quick jab, or a nice loving jab.
That's it. So it is what it is.
No, it's all good. But just let the folks know where they can find you, where more or less all your updates and everything for all the things that you're going to be bringing into the new year. Tell us about that, and just the floor is yours.
I'm Mr. 5-star everywhere. Tony Clapper. Also, you can look up with a K. Tony Clapper with a K. A lot of people put that C in there. So, yeah, you'll see it updates on there, and we're just like I said, keep grinding. Fee, I appreciate you having me on the show, on the feed.
Of course.
Fee.
Thank you. Thank you for being the second, not the second guest, but coming back a second time. So I'm excited for that, for people who come back on the show. I'm really excited about that when we have the opportunity. Since we're getting the times, it's going to be really interesting. Yeah. So, of course, anyone watching us, let us know what's good times that you enjoy seeing this show. I know usually it does fall on Wednesday, but let me know. Do you guys like it more in the early afternoon, or do you kind of like this early evening window, if you will? So definitely, just because it allows us for more time to do interviews with certain people, especially if we don't want to record or something like that, it gives us a little bit more flexibility. Right. So you just definitely let us know in the comments what you guys think there. But Mr. 5-star, guy 5, thank you so much for all the wonderful updates that you have for us today. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you guys have a wonderful day. Until the next time, I'll update you guys with all the other later things, but peace. Bye.